Welcome to the Put On Waivers Media Group, home of the Put On Raiders podcast and the Student Body Right podcast. This is your place for the best breakdowns and the best insight for those who fight on and bleed silver and black. Now, here are your hosts, Dwayne Douglas and Ryan Holmes.
Hey, welcome everybody to the glorious episode of Student Body Right USC podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne Douglas, along with Coach B, and we are podcasting on the beautiful shores of the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful day out here in Southern California. PORSB is my Twitter handle, and Coach B is Blue DVL 21. So check him out on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, and also I'm on Blue Sky on social media as well too. So let's just talk about it real quick. I think you didn't get to talk about it yet. I kind of already spoke on it, but the performance in the Vegas Bowl for you was
B plus.
Okay,
B plus game, right? Showed resiliency. Showed through all the adversity. It seems like the only time that things matter is when our players leave. It's starting to feel that way, right? But we were very resilient in what we did. Jayden showed some flashes of just being able to sling it from the pocket. You saw that he was struggling because it's not his game to stand back there and just throw it. It's not who he is. But it was there. The defense, I expected they had some lapses, but look how many new players we have on defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, so or in the corner room, you know what I mean? So listen, again, B plus, right?
Yeah.
We beat another 8-4 SEC team. So I'm tired of hearing our SEC thumpers telling me that's two. And we had a better record against the SEC than Alabama, than Tennessee, than Georgia. We had a better record than them. At least we were 100%.
And I like Lane, but Lane you can't keep just going on in front of the microphone and just say the SEC is different. It's different. Like, y'all taking major L's every single turn this year. Like, you can't, I heard about, Michigan, and Michigan's this, Alabama's this, Bama's that. Bama should have been in there. They couldn't even score 20 points against Michigan.
Michigan.
Come on. A depleted Michigan because Will Johnson ain't play. Mason Graham didn't play. Come on.
Kenneth Graham, they didn't play, and then you had a quarterback go out, and then you had Colston who didn't play. It was just one of those things where I'm just they have to stop. And listen, I'm tired of Lane. Let me even be very, very clear on my stance on Lane Kiffin. I think he's one of the most overrated head coaches in the game right now. I just think he is. That's just the way it is. He's a great offensive play caller, great offensive coordinator. Head coach, I'm done. I'm out on you. Sorry.
And let's be real. I picked them to win that conference for a reason. They led the nation in sacks. That was his team that was freaking loaded. And they could not beat Florida on the road. They couldn't beat Kentucky on the road. And that's why you weren't in the playoffs. So stop crying about that part of it. But I do agree with you as far as the B plus performance. I thought it was a good comeback. I think when they went down 20, I think it was 24-9 or something like that. I think when they got down, I didn't think the game was over. I just felt because I saw people open. I just felt like if he just got hot, and because Jayden is hot cold, there was no consistent burn to his game. So that's what he's missing out of his game. So I mean, if he is the quarterback for next year, it seems like that would be something that you would want to work on, because he has a the I don't know if you saw the throw that he was on the far hash and threw a out to Ford.
Mm-hmm.
The velocity on his throws are freaking. He has the arm strength. So why wouldn't you just stay and just and build up that to hopefully get into the league? But it is what it is with these kids. Who knows why they leave? Whatever.
I feel like with him, I felt like this game with him, he was just trying to. You saw he was not running. He was fighting his natural instincts to take off, and I think that was Lincoln they talked about that. It felt like they talked about that. It felt like they were like, yo, look, we're not running at all costs. I don't care. It's
Yeah.
taking sacks, take, trying to throw the ball away from the pocket, doing things like he was just so uncomfortable. So when people tell me that, and I'm looking at people on Twitter, and I'm sorry, my guy, Arrogant Nation, look good, brother. Like you can't tell me like we tried to, they're trying to sell us on his mobility. You can look at that game and say he was told not to run. In his DNA, in every game that he's ever played in before this one, he's used his legs. And all of a sudden now, he's like really fighting it. Come on, man. We have to stop. Like, bro, we got to pay attention to the tea leaves. You have to. You have to. You have to watch the game. You can tell he's not a pocket passer. He tried to make a Miller Moss against Louisville last year. It didn't work.
I think the thing that people, I think the really, I don't know what it is about. I don't know what Miller Moss did to half of the USC fans. I don't know what magical potion he had against with them, but like there are people who just like they literally wait for him to fail.
Right.
Jayden all the time. And I can tell you one thing, like honest to God, like he at least has the explosiveness in his game where he could bring you back from a 3-score deficit and come back. If Miller Moss gets down 3 scores, the game is over.
The
game is absolutely over in every sense of the word.
It's because he has something. Jayden has something and Miller doesn't. He can change the game with his legs. So you can't pin your ears back and say, oh, we're just going to stand right here and you're going to throw the ball. We know the spots you're going to be on. Miller Moss, we know where you're at all times. Oh, and by the way, you overthrow 6'6" receivers.
With the game on the line. I mean, I don't know, but people ignore people like literally every time the game was on the line, in the most pivotal time of the game, you're driving up 2 scores against Maryland. Like you're driving to ice the game against Minnesota. He threw a pick, but people still love him. I don't understand it. I don't get it. He was not built for this. And you'll see it next year at Louisville. The transfer portal, whatever. So they got two new recruits coming in. They got DJ Wingfield and Wayman Jordan. I just started watching his Winfield's tape against Penn State.
Okay.
And he moved, but he is a so far so good. I gotta watch the whole game, but he is a solid interior offensive lineman. Kind of short arms. I don't think his arms aren't as long as Pregnon, who is going to the portal. Which would surprise everybody. I don't know what happened there, but I guess the running back Jordan is going to be the guy who might be the Woody Marks replacement from what I heard. I heard USC really put a full court press on him, and they also have Eli Sanders is coming in as well, who is a burner. And then you have what we hope is the next number 21, if you will, who played very well.
He looked just like I was sitting with my friend, and he was like, "Is this a rerun of Lindell White?"
Yeah, he looks okay.
I had to look again. I'm like, no, but he runs just like him. Like and the number didn't help, right? So you look at the number and it didn't help.
It's 21.
I'm like, oh my God, that is Lindell. He was like so light on his feet at that size.
Yeah, and if you're able to get him, if you're able to get him through the first part of that of the offensive line, right? Just get him up the field.
Yeah,
that. I mean, it's just. I mean, he is just a bruising back. If they would just become more of a instead of a 70-30, team and become more of like a 60-40 or 55, whatever, 45 pass run ratio, I think they could really just be a tough team to deal with if they start running the football more.
Right. No, absolutely. I mean, and I think so. Here's the thing. I don't think we have the O-line that we can go downhill at teams, right? So I think we do have to be more finesse. I think that we do know, like you said, we do go 60-40. You know what I mean? But we're gonna have that. But the running game is going to have to include the quarterback. That's the key. The run game needs to include the quarterback. If the run game includes the quarterback, we will be fine. When the run game doesn't include the quarterback, we are in trouble.
Yeah.
Because we need to be able to move those backers. That opens up those middle shots that we need to take.
Yep. I mean, and listen, they had opportunities to in this game. They did a really good job of in the comeback, just getting. Like, I think it really helped to not have so many receivers in the rotation, because you saw what Mekhi could do. You saw what Mekhi Lemon can do. You saw what Jacoby Lane can do. Like that was just just his ability around the goal line. He just smells it, and he scores. Like, you know what I mean? So he Jacoby Lane, and then you have what Mekhi Lemon can do and kickoff returns and everything like that. At least we know why Zachariah Branch was fair catch and everything, because he was planning on leaving.
Right.
He's planning on leaving. That's why. But I do like that kind of who the stars are. Get the stars the ball and stop playing games with all these rotations.
Yeah, I mean, I like that we shortened our receiver rotation. I like that guys got actual touches. I like we were able to showcase guys and showcase them in, just getting the ball in their hands. And let's see what Jacoby Lane can do. You know what I mean? Getting the ball in his hands, opening him up to the world. You know what I mean? Like, let's not play and try to figure it out. Kyle Ford is leaving. God bless him. Thank you, God. But that he didn't have too big of an impact this season. Would have loved to kept Kyron. Would have loved to kept him in that slot position, or put him outside and let Mekhi run the slot, and we would have won. That's a win. I'm not too sad about Zach. I think they have him committed to Georgia. I think today it showed that he committed to Georgia.
Can we discuss that a little bit? Because I mean, so you have a situation where Zachariah Branch, who led the team in receptions and led the team in targets this year, and he goes to Georgia. Just, I mean, and the one position that Georgia has struggled to develop is wide receiver. Like, you know what I mean? Like you tight ends, they've been fine. Like, defensive line, offensive line, they got some players on that, but they've been struggling there. And I think that is something that's going to be interesting to see what they do with him in that conference, and how do they get the ball to him. Like, I mean, I thought Bobo did a really bad job against Notre Dame. They could have beat Notre Dame very easily in that game. But I don't know what they do in this game. I guess McCaffrey for your, not McCaffrey, but who's the receiver, leading receiver for the Chargers again? The 15, I forgot his name.
Jesus, I just drew a blank too. I literally just drew a blank.
Yeah. So he's a Georgia kid, Lad McConkey. So he's a good receiver, but he's not. But McConkey he's a better route runner, way more better route runner than Zachariah Branch. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird placing there. What are your thoughts about him going to Georgia? It's more weird fit.
Well, I feel like it's a play. It's a draft play. I don't think his draft stock was too high. I think we have to read that, right. His draft stock wasn't too high for this season, right? You're going to your junior year. You have to see what's going on. And I'm not. The way I look at it is, you got the drops. You had major drops.
And you did.
Major drops.
The Minnesota one was gigantic. That changed the entire game.
You have to clip the drops. You've had too many drops. And while your speed is there, I think the kick return thing is going to have to come. I think that's how he's going to make his money if he really is trying to improve his draft stock. He's going to have to get back to, he can be a kick returner and he can be a burner. He can be the gadget guy. I look at him like Davis, that we have number 12 on the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
He's a kick return guy that's how he made his bones. And we use him in gadget plays. In the rounds, he'll run in the slot, stuff like that. That's got to be Zachariah Branch. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. Other than that, there's not much you can do. There's not much you can offer a team. You're not running by anybody secondary wise, because you can't like let's say you can't catch, you don't catch. You can catch. You
Yeah.
just struggle right now.
I almost think that like even though they're like a circus, I kind of think like the Buffaloes would have been like I see I don't know who was interested in him, so like I can't say who was interested in him because like he had the
Who was he interested in?
yeah who was he really should have went to a team that just is a little bit more pass happy with more attempts because I don't know how many attempts like does like that coach wants to run the football and play defense like you know what I mean like literally seriously
But what I seen is because remember I texted you earlier is like I didn't see Zion. I mean, Zion. I think Zion did commit with him.
yes
So I think that's part of it, right? Because now his brother is going to be able to play safety, and guess who they're back with? Who's the DB coach?
oh god well he's not we'll see
Who's the DB coach?
okay because well is he a coach he's a good he's a recruiter not about coaching but he's a recruiter
That's the DB coach. So now they're all together, right? So I think that was the pull. I think that was the play. I think that's the one thing that when I was thinking about today, that's what helped Georgia.
Yeah. Interesting. That's interesting there. So they go there. How much? I mean, like, listen, it doesn't surprise you at all, but like, it doesn't surprise any of us at all. But like, how much did it surprise you that Pregnon entered the portal? I mean, it's
it definitely. So I'm not honest. It surprised me.
Yeah,
it did. It did because you went to the draft, right? You came back and you played in the bowl game.
Yes.
Right. You come back and you play in the bowl game, and now you decide to leave.
Yeah, that's weird.
It was, and I don't know how true it is, but somebody that posted on Twitter said they talked to his agent. His agent was surprised that he entered the portal.
So that's weird.
Right. So I don't know how true that really is, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
But what I'm noticing though is it's taking a long time for these USC kids to find jobs, to find other places to play.
100%. That is very true. And there is 2,000. I mean, to the world, like there is 2,000 kids in the portal right now. But yes, I 100%. Like it is taking like it is not. They're not getting job. They're not getting placed immediately. I do think I like Chiron's decision. I think Penn State's a good spot for him. I think he'll get. I think like because that tight end's leaving. They're gonna need weapons. It sounds like Drew Allar's coming back. Drew Allar's coming back, so it makes sense. It makes sense there. So we'll see what happens as far as that goes. But they do. I mean, for the transfers right now. So you have Branch who goes to Georgia, Deuce goes to Florida State. At Pregnon, we don't know where he's going. Bear's going to fit right in Oregon. Good luck with that one. And then you have so Keyshawn Silver, Kentucky.
Murphy.
Say again.
Murphy hasn't signed anywhere.
I'm almost a Murphy. But Murphy is going to Auburn.
Oh, really?
He's going to Auburn.
Okay. Seen that one yet?
I didn't like he had. Listen, I'm not going to front like he's not. He was like he was a turnstile sometimes, but I hate losing offensive line depth. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hate losing offensive line depth. But I did see videos. I think it wasn't Keyshawn Silver working out, but I did see Jamel Jarrett working out.
Yeah.
And he looks ready to go. They're still trying to tweak this roster and get the line play right. Like I mean that's basically what Lincoln Riley is trying to do. I think that's what they're trying to put the money in. I think Texas Tech is putting a lot of money into transfers and they picked up Quentin Joyner. I think that Miller Moss made a good choice to go to Louisville. That was a perfect school for him to go to. Sam Green went to Kentucky. Sanders I think will be a really good player for USC in the backfield. And they did it goes under the radar. Now listen, we have not had our luck of kickers at all. And he's going from playing inside from Allegiant to playing outside at a Coliseum. But they did get one of the best kickers in college football from UNLV to come over as well. So hopefully the kicking game gets solidified because I always like to be able to, at times when you need the 3 points, to be able to get a 40-yard field goal that actually goes in.
Man, that would be amazing, right? Because that means we don't lose Penn State.
That means, yes, exactly.
That means we can put points on the board and let our defense play because our defense has been playing well, and I think our defense is going to be better.
Yes, yes. The body types are coming in right now.
Right, and I think our linebacker play is going to be a lot better. God bless Mason Cobb, but geez, he didn't.
Yeah, it is what it is. It didn't work out. It wasn't great.
It was a great experiment.
It wasn't great.
But it was what do you call it? One of those college tries. Yeah,
it wasn't great. It wasn't great. Great.
I mean, like I said, I think we'll be fine. We definitely need that, and we definitely need the bodies. I like the running back that the JUCO running back, and what I thought was even better is he has 4 years. So he just ran for 1,600 yards last year. His JUCO years don't count against him. So we get. I mean, potentially if we're, keep him around, but we can keep him around 4 years.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it'd be interesting. So, like, I mean, obviously the and I don't know if did you watch the night? It's a 19. I meant to send it to you, but I forgot to send it to you, and I'll do a show on it myself too. But like, did you see the 19-minute video that Colin Cowherd did? It was all USC.
No.
It was because he's connected and he's connected. He likes USC. He wants USC to be good. Like Colin Cowherd definitely wants USC to be good. Like he does.
Look, yeah, he has his blinders on a lot though.
Yeah. Say again.
He has his blinders on a lot. He has his Cardinal and gold glasses on, and he doesn't see through them.
Sometimes, yeah. But he did talk about them being in the hunt or being able to sign a general manager soon. And I think that's something that they have to do. They have to do. I mean, like, they have to do because I think the guy who's doing it right now or doing that position right now is somebody who's really close to Lincoln, and you kind of have that little separation. Like let him just you just tell that GM, hey, you want that player, make him let him go out there and make the contact with it. There's no rules right now, like you know what I'm saying. Like if he's in the portal. You can just go talk to him. Well, how much you looking to get? Okay, we got that. Let's go. Like you know what I'm saying? Because it just needs to be. It takes the shoulder it takes the pressure off the coaches too. Like okay, right. So and so was coming in, whatever. So I do. Hopefully that gets done soon. I mean, because they really do need that situation to be rectified as far as getting a guy who can run the whole show as far as getting players in and getting that stuff done.
No, absolutely. And I think that's what we need. I mean, Stanford led the way. I mean, listen, call one of our guys, bro. Like, I mean, I know Carson has started. Call Matt. Call him. Call Matt. Call somebody we need somebody who understands the program. Hell, call Sua. Call somebody. They got degrees. Call them. They'll come back. I'm sure they'll come back. I promise you they will. We need somebody to understand the program. We need to understand
the program and understand the state of California.
Yeah, we need somebody to understand that and that knows what it means. Because like we talked about before, none of these guys have USC ties. None of them.
Yes. Yeah.
None of these guys are California ties, bro. That's never going to work out.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think it does. I mean, I think for the time you have to go to the South, I think it does help that Coach Henny can speak to that. Sure. It's just sure it helps, but you do need people on the staff who, I mean, I'm sitting there watching like Bryce Young tear up. He's having a great second half of his. I mean, he's a Cali quarterback. Like I mean, there's so many Cali quarterbacks. Jayden Daniels, Cali quarterback. There's so many Cali quarterbacks and so many Cali players. I'm watching Jackson Powers Johnson. Hey, where did he go to college? I mean, high school. Jackson Dart, where did he go to high school? Where did Brock Bowers go to high school? And you know what I mean. Those are you need to get some of those players to SC. And part of it is having somebody on the staff who can get that who can get that done. And can speak to
Sure.
California.
No, and that's exactly what it is. Like we do need a diversity in our coaching staff as far as where they live and stuff like that. No, or their regions, no doubt. But
Yeah,
the problem is that we're missing the big piece is having a California guy on the staff.
yeah, you gotta have
We're
that.
missing a big piece. Like
So
I get it,
yeah,
we want to go elsewhere, but we don't have nothing to protect home.
yeah, and I
The
do
question:
hope. Yeah, go
Do you
ahead.
think Pete Carroll, the GM?
He's trying to get back in coaching, but like, yeah, I mean, I kind of want a guy who was a GM in the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a GM in the league. Or I mean, because like it's a new position in college. So it's not like it's a bunch of it's not a big pool of people to kind of go for that in college right now. So like I think that I think it's pretty clear. I mean, if Pete, I think could definitely, if he wants to do it, I think once Pete gets rejected from all these teams because Pete is older and he's not going to be able to nobody, he can still coach, but nobody's and put together a good staff, but nobody's going to give him a job.
No.
In the NFL, like same thing with Belichick. That's why Belichick went to freaking UNC. Like it's going to happen. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I think it can work. Young people. He's one of those older guys like Harbaugh, where
They relate. They just relate.
kids, kids love them. Like the kids love those guys. Kids love those guys. So
Yep.
no question about it. No question about it. Let's see. Anything else we missed on USC coming up right here?
No, nothing I know of. Nothing I can think
I'm
of.
trying to think real quick, and then I know that I don't know if that was for the transfer, but I know Matt Liner did a fight on symbol. But that could have been for the defense. It could have been for the offensive lineman as
Right.
well. So at least they got that position filled immediately. So
Definitely needed. For sure
yeah,
needed.
they definitely needed it. So I mean, we'll see as well. It sounds like it sounds like Coach Entz is trying to build something down there in at Fresno State. So
Got it.
trying to.
Cool. I'm not happy with him, so I'm just gonna leave my comments to myself.
Yes, me neither. Me neither. But at least a linebacker coach should be a guy. I think if linebacker coach could be from Cali, that would help out a lot.
Call play. He wants to coach.
I don't know, dude. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree. I agree. It makes sense. I agree. I agree. I agree. 100%. 100%. All right, Trojan fans, take care. We'll be back when Trojan makes some news. And I got some reaction shows coming up, and I do have some film on the kid from Purdue, Winfield. So you can check that out. He and the game I chose was the game that he did again, that he was against Penn State. So it wasn't against Bowling Green or somebody like that. It was against a squad who was in the Final Four. So who do you got? Who do you got winning the whole thing now?
Oh, I had Ohio State from the jump. I took
Okay,
Ohio State from the beginning. So
they're
I'm not
they are
nothing.
loaded.
I had it from the beginning. I feel like Ohio State. I mean, sorry, Arizona State got cheated out of that game. But I'm not saying they definitely would have won, but that targeting penalty would have been huge in that game. But I had Ohio State from the jump. It was. I said they beat Oregon on neutral field. I thought they beat Oregon in the regular season. They did it on neutral field. I knew they beat them in a neutral field. Ohio State is just too talented. Michigan is their Achilles heel. Maybe too much pressure. Maybe people fold in pressure. I don't know. Glad they have to play Michigan again, but they're just too. They have so much talent, top to bottom. I don't know how they have to beat themselves.
Yeah, they do. They do. They do. I mean, like I said, like Oregon, I think that was a big. I think to me, it wasn't this year; it was last year. Last year was, I think last year was a better Oregon team, and like that, and I thought Nick was better than Gabriel. And I think that was the year they really messed up was last year, but it is what it is. They couldn't beat Penix, and they couldn't beat Ohio State this year. So
Typical Oregon.
As I say, that ain't my problem. All right. All right, Coach. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Fight on.
Fight on.